by the checkerboard floor, the R complex, base consciousness, okay? Which we see here in this image as well. Then we have the emotional aspects of the brain, okay? Again, care, the G, the generative principle, true care. And then the higher aspects represented by the gods above, higher level thought, higher consciousness, non-earthbound awareness, or non-physical matter identified awareness. Hiram Abiff, okay, is another, it's a word play. It's a symbol and a word play. We're not talking about an actual person. This is an allegory. And I'm going to read a little bit about the allegory of Hiram Abiff coming up in the second hour. Hiram Abiff, it's a word play for high ram above. Okay? The ram, the symbol of Aries, the beginning of the zodiac. Okay? The ram has symbolic meanings in occultism. We saw it's used symbolically very often. Okay? Ram, of course, being a male sheep. Okay? It's a symbol of courage. All right? It's actually taking action in the world. All right? It's a symbol of force or power. All right? A symbol of divinity. And we'll get into that soon. Hiram Abiff is a symbolic representation of truth. The three builders of Solomon's temple of Hiram, king of Tyre, representing the R complex of the brain. Hiram Abiff representing the midbrain, who is ultimately building the temple for Solomon, the higher mind. The coming together of the neocortex, sun and moon, soul and moon. Okay? Hiram Abiff is the sacred feminine aspects of the consciousness, the emotions, alignment with truth, the Holy Spirit, the divine mother, so to speak. Okay? Even though he's a male figure, that's what he symbolically represents in this tradition. Okay? I'm going to read a little bit about the story of Hiram Abiff coming up in the next hour, and showing you how this spirit is symbolically murdered. Okay? Because that's what he ultimately represents, is the spirit of man and truth and natural law. So just like Ma'at was the spirit of truth and justice in the Egyptian tradition, in the Masonic tradition, Hiram Abiff represents these concepts. He represents morality, truth, natural law, justice, balance. That's why he sits in the middle between the two pillars. Okay? He rides a goat because he is controlling the base instincts or base passions represented by the goat, a traditional symbol in different pagan cultures and other dark forms of occultism of lower consciousness and, you know, just the instinctual nature of man itself. As we saw when we saw the Baphomet symbol that's used by the Church of Satan. That's why they choose the goat as their main symbol. Yes, it's a fertility symbol, but it's also a symbol of the darker aspects or the hidden aspects of consciousness that are often wielded as weapons. Okay? So, Hiram Abiff represents truth, balance, harmony, natural law. He rides the goat because he is basically controlling and sitting above the base instincts. Okay? So he has achieved mastery. He is blindfolded. This means he is blind to the worldly aspects of self. He has achieved inner spiritual vision. All right? We saw this in the movie The Matrix. The main character, Neo, becomes blinded to the world. And then he is blindfolded, okay? And then he needs to develop his spiritual vision in order to be able to see the Matrix for what it is. This is, you know, where this is borrowed from, actually. Okay? So, that's where I'll stop for now. I'm going to connect in with Oracle Broadcasting, and then we'll be hearing Bob Tuscan for a little bit, and he'll eventually introduce us, and we'll pick up from there. So here we go. Bear with me while I dial in.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number.
Well, that's not good, folks. Let's try this again. I'll try it one more time, and then I'll give Bob a call and tell him I'm having difficulties getting in. Interesting. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Let's see if we can get a hold of Bob so we can get us connected to Oracle for the second hour. Alright, folks, bear with me during the technical difficulties. I'm going to send Bob a message here. Let's see if he is paying attention at his computer right now, because I know he's on his show. Alright, he's asking me to try it one more time. Let's see what happens. Here we go. All right. I apologize again for this, folks. Maybe I could do it through my cell phone. Let's see what happens. He's going to call in through TalkShoe, and I'm going to take the call from there. And he's going to patch that through to Oracle, so hopefully this will work. Bear with me another moment or two. If we can't get connected to Oracle, I'll just continue the show, and perhaps they could okay. I think this is him. No. Bob, is this you?
And the call fast. Mark, hey, how are you, buddy? Let's get started here with the bumper, and we'll jump right into it. As always. All right, here we go. Freedom, man. That's what it's all about.
Welcome. You're listening to What on Earth is Happening. This show will discuss the topics of human consciousness, mind control, natural law, the occult, and all issues that affect the freedom of the people of Earth. What on Earth is Happening will endeavor to shine light upon the darkness of our world and to offer empowering solutions to the problems we face as humanity approaches its critical moment of choice. And now, here is your host, Mark Passio.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome listeners on Oracle Broadcasting. This is the Tuesday night segment for What on Earth is Happening as part of the Intel Hub radio show. I'm your host, Mark Passio. My website, whatonearthishappening.com. This show is usually live every Tuesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The second hour is picked up on Oracle Broadcasting. So, tonight we have a great show lined up, and it is going to be a continuation of our talk from last week about true esoteric Freemasonry. And we began that last week and started looking into some of the symbolism of Freemasonry, and we're going to pick up from there this week and continue that discussion. Now, before I do that, I want to tell the listeners about a conference coming up in the Philadelphia area, right in Philadelphia actually, in less than 2 weeks, that I have helped to put together with a great team of organizers, and we have phenomenal speakers coming in to the city to present. This is called the Free Your Mind Conference, a conference on consciousness, mind control, and the occult. Saturday, April 9th and Sunday, April 10th, 2011, at Ruba Hall. Ruba Hall is at 414 Green Street in Philadelphia. The doors open at 9 a.m. on both days. Speakers will begin at 10 a.m. on both days. Admission price only $20 per day in advance and $30 at the door. The featured speakers: Aaron McCollum, Alfred Weber, Andrew Basiago, Bob Tuscan, Farah Yurdozu, Freeman Fly, Jan Irvin, John Nicholson, Joseph Mara, Larkin Rose, Laura Eisenhower, Mark Matika, myself, Mark Passio, Michael Kelly, and Suzanne Taylor. At the end of the day on Saturday, we will be screening Suzanne Taylor's documentary film called What on Earth? Inside the Crop Circle Mystery, which is a great film. And at the end of the day on Sunday, there will be a panel discussion with whatever speakers are remaining at the conference at the end of the day on Sunday and want to participate, and we'll do a panel discussion and a Q&A with the audience at the end of the conference. For more information on this great conference, please visit the conference website at www.freeyourmindconference.com. I'd like to direct everyone's attention to my website now, which is whatonearthishappening.com, because at the stage of what I've been doing over many weeks is explaining different rituals and symbolism and different occult traditions to people from an esoteric point of view, from an esoteric perspective, meaning the deeper underlying mystery tradition perspective of these different traditions, to help people to get a better understanding of what they really are and what their original intent was before they became perverted and used as weapons against consciousness and against free humanity. Okay? So we have to become more mature in our understanding that